Here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit down here. Alrighty, ready to go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, first I wanted to say I didn't hear back from the specialist there that you want to do because you believe I might have narcolepsy or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So is it a long wait? Because I had told Road Safety BC that they would have gotten to the medical last week, so I don't mind giving you some reassurances to see I don't have something I don't have, but is it going to be a longer wait? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, it's important kind of we find out. Otherwise, we could get information in other ways. You could talk to past professionals and say, did you, prescribe this for anything related to sleep, right?
Yeah, but it's important to do the sleep study. Otherwise, I'll just write in my notes that you're taking this medication, not sure why, and they will do their own thing, either to accept it or not. I'm not sure if they would accept it or
Yeah,
not.
and that's okay with me because you could say I'm a new doctor and he's telling me he's on this medicine. And I also told you that they already know because it's been put on past medicals.
Yeah, we can discuss it later because today is only for the blood pressure. You can come again, and I can write those notes, but I will not write your fit for drive until I get the sleep test. But I will write, like, frankly, that I'm very new to you, and you're taking this medication, not knowing for what or what was the initial diagnosis. And I will say that you mentioned those things that you're taking this medication for and for and for, and you're stable on it. But in this fitness or non-fitness, I will say not sure, right? Because I will say because the sleep study is not done yet, right? So let's go ahead and do the blood pressure. Please let me know the numbers.
Yeah, I'm starting to think I should have maybe done the medicals somewhere else, even if it was more expensive, because you're kind of contradicting
Yeah,
yourself a
of
little bit.
course, it's up to you. It's always up to you to choose where to do it. It's up to you.
Is it a good time to ask my questions to see if we're a good fit?
Yeah, yeah. Go
Okay.
ahead.
What are my current diagnoses on my file? Because I've had a lot of different answers on that with Virtual Clinic.
Yeah, we don't have much about you on file, unfortunately.
So you've looked deep like that, like you would know what Virtual Clinic doctors would have written as diagnoses?
No, it's not here. It's not in our clinic. You have to give us the permission to bring it from the virtual clinic.
Okay, well, you're pretty sure you know I give you permission if I want to know. I want you to know. Like I've already given you copies of
Right.
vaccinations.
Then call the front desk, give them the permission because they are the ones who contact the other clinics, not me.
Okay, so you're saying that they don't know I have a doctor and they have not made that information available to you, which of course makes you even more worried about your new patients. And that I don't need to fill out a form at your clinic. I need to call the virtual clinic to say, hey, here's my new
No,
doctor.
you fill a form here, and our clinic will call the virtual clinic.
Oh, okay. So you're saying it's something you should have asked me to do already. Okay. Yeah, make sure that form is ready for next time and I'll fill it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you call listen, it's not with me, it's with the ladies in the front. You ask them to give it to you or call them and give them the permission and tell them which clinics you were dealing with, and they are responsible for calling those clinics and get your past medical history.
So the virtual clinic, right? Because I haven't had a doctor in so long. There's no other regular clinics. There's the virtual clinic
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
So that's not a regular routine when they get a new doctor. Like, for example, the 20
Right.
minutes I spend with you at the beginning, it's not to sign that form or anything. Okay. Okay, other question. On a scale of 1 to 10, I know you know scales because you asked me one time, is how patient-centered are you? Where 10 would be, oh man, there's nobody more patient-centered than me.
I'm not familiar with this question. What do you mean? Sorry, explain more.
How patient-centered are you? Where the priority, in your decisions, your time is the patient on a scale of 1 to 10.
How patient I am?
Yeah, I don't mean patience. I mean patient-centered. Like I'm the patient, for example.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, is it the word centered? You know what I mean? Like for example, if I say if a teacher is learner centered, a lot of their choices will be what is good for the student, as opposed to, let's say, their career or the administration or things like that. So it's the same kind of, how patient, as I'm a patient of yours, centered are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like, in terms of how careful I am for my patient?
How much it's a priority in how you make decisions or behave.
I don't get the question. I'm really sorry.
Okay, we'll skip it. We'll skip it.
And to be honest with you, Martin, the time today is limited, and we're mainly focusing on the blood pressure. So if you want to discuss that later, that's fine. Just do separate appointments for whatever makes you worried about the doctors or whatever. But yeah, and we can discuss it, and you can explain more what you mean by that. Do you want to discuss the blood pressure today?
Well, I don't mind, yeah, but the thing is this will be the third time that we, push these important questions of relationship between doctor-patient. Anyways,
I didn't get the question, so yeah, you can just like explain it to me more in different settings, maybe alone or so, like in a different, like separate setting, I mean, and then we can answer those questions that makes you worried about the relationship between doctors and patients, right?
so here's the average of my blood test results. And by the way, some days I did it twice, some days just once, but I did do it every day except for today. And I believe you had written 160/94. I believe it's a 4. So I made an average of all the results, and it's 148/95.
Yeah, don't give me the average, just give me the numbers.
Okay, so you remember the one you wrote down, which was, I believe, once.
So just give me the numbers, yeah.
So don't have to say the date, just a bunch of numbers. Okay, 160/94, 143/95, 156/100, 141/91, 141/98, 151/88, 151/101, 150/100, 132/91, 152/91.
Any other numbers?
Pardon?
Do you take any medication for blood pressure?
No, I've never taken medicine for that.
Yeah. So I guess all your numbers are above the target for your age, right?
Yep.
So we need to start something with you. I'll start a medication, an antihypertensive medication, if you agree about it, called amlodipine. It's a calcium channel blocker that helps regulating the blood pressure. So this is one of the good medications here. And I will start with you like with a low dose, right? But meanwhile, if you have to know all the medications that you're taking and what are the possible side effects. So amlodipine is known sometimes because it's a calcium channel blocker. Sometimes it causes a little bit of headache, sometimes constipation, sometimes flushing, sometimes ankle swelling. You don't have to get those side effects, but you have to know what you're facing, what you're taking, right? And it's important, it's very important when you take the medication, re-measure the blood pressure as you did exactly, did very great, good job with that. But re-measure again with the amlodipine, you take it first in the morning, right? And then take the blood pressure again day and night with the amlodipine, because sometimes it's not just enough and we need to go up or maybe go down or maybe add another medication, right? So I will call you again in 10 to 15 days with the amlodipine on board, and then see what your blood pressure doing. But your red flags here, Martin, if you get any chest pain, shortness of breath, palpitations, headaches, any neurological symptoms and signs like weakness, numbness, tingling, you go to the ER, right? Do you want me to add it for you, to add the amlodipine?
Well, I believe my blood pressure has been high, and I'm not surprised. I did pick it up high over the years sometimes, not always. Sometimes it was the above normal range, like I had told you. So I don't mind doing this. I mean, there are a few uncles of mine that had heart attacks, and that's
What
not.
age?
I'm not sure. I know it wasn't near the end of one's life where it was cancer, not the heart attack that got him. And the other uncle, received treatment, and that was about 10 years ago, maybe. And he's still,
Right.
and he's still,
Okay.
he's still
So I will add that. Which pharmacy do you deal with?
shoppers.
Shoppers. Okay, I'll send it to Shoppers, and then we'll talk after 10 to 15 days. All right?
Yes. Okay. So
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay, so in the meantime, I'd like to give a deadline of 1 week from now to have heard from the specialists that you want for the drivers, or to at least have the information of when the appointment would be with that person, hoping they require only one appointment for your own reassurance, right? Because otherwise, I'll have to maybe change doctors. I can't we seem to be kind of working against each other a little bit. So.
Sometimes if they do the sleep study and they have apneas, they have to bring you back for CPAP study. So it's up to you.
All this is in Prince Rupert, right?
It should be, yeah. Should be.
You're not certain. Now, is it
Great question.
is it possible to borrow a blood pressure machine from your clinic or a pharmacy? Because I've had to go with my bicycle, which is up and down the stairs, and then to either Safeway or Shoppers every time.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. So call the front desk and ask them if this can be applicable or not.
You want me to, after we hang up, call them right back
Right.
if they have a blood pressure machine to borrow.
I'm not sure if they can give it to you. I'm not sure if they have this service or not here.
Okay, so I'll call them and then I'll let you know so you'll know after that.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay, thanks. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
She said, listen just once. That's improvement. But it's also, she didn't have a lot to explain, where she believes that I'm not listening when I have questions sometimes. But so I'm going to call them back while I'm recording here and say, she said the medicine was just the morning, and some of the side effects might be constipation, which is, again, one of the reasons I really want a doctor is to have the right kind of relationship, because you need it. And if she refers me to the same gastro specialist in Prince George, I'm going to say, yeah, no, I already told you that guy really didn't prove to me he specializes in that stuff. So.
Good morning, doctor's office. How can I help you?
Oh, hi, it's Martin here. The doctor I just talked to, she said to call you guys back to find out if I can borrow a blood pressure machine from you guys, because I've had to bicycle to Safeway or Shoppers every time.
I see. Okay. All right. Can I, what's your,
One to borrow, but maybe with a note from her, a pharmacy has one that I could borrow.
I see. Hold on here. I'm just going to put you on hold, okay? Can you just hold for one moment?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's important to have the patient be part of their medical team. And the examples are in this video, right? Not just this part, where I'm doing the work of everybody else. And I'm also going to remind the person, hey, why does my doctor not have the information from virtual clinic? What's missing? People say, you're lucky. I'm lucky to have a doctor there. Are we really that lucky to have doctors? I don't know. Like I told my mom, I don't want to die from a heart attack. Not good for my buddy. don't have a will with a person to take care of them. If people even find out on time, right? That he wouldn't starve to death. I don't know. People would notice, I guess. They hadn't seen me. It's a good thing you work at McDonald's. I work at McDonald's twice a week. They might say, after a week, maybe somebody should knock on his door. Nobody's seen him. Let's get the RCMP and come in. And then my cat's like scratching everybody's face off and running away. So I'd like to die of a terminal diagnosis. I don't mind if it's 3 months. It gives me time to take care of what's going to happen to him and finish my book. The book about what it's like for a Homo sapien to live among the Homo community who suffer from a variety of human domestication syndromes and can barely use a tiny fraction of their brain's potential. It's pretty discouraging. Oh, that's a long wait. Maybe they're going to get the full answer, or yes, there is one at this pharmacy. By the time, if you don't go right away, but wait a bit, the doctor's note will have reached them, and then you can pick it up there, because it is safer to monitor this new blood pressure change with the medicine. You know, I should maybe, if I am borrowing a machine, test it by measuring for a couple of days, see if it matches this average, and then start taking the medicine.
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for the wait. My colleagues were on the phone, so I could not get ask them a question. But no, I'm sorry, we cannot lend BP monitor, but the pharmacy can.
Which pharmacy?
Shoppers or Shoppers. You can try Shoppers.
Do they require a doctor's note?
That I'm not sure. Do they require a doctor's note to borrow a BP machine? Its problem is like he has to fight, and Dr. Garrison is trying to.
It's not just bicycling there, it's having my bicycle go up and down stairs every time I'm taking it out, so it's kind of a challenging thing. It's a heavy hybrid bicycle, so it'd be nice if there was more kind of patient-centered services involved. Like I could even ask the landlord, hey, can you get one for our building? We're pretty much all old people here. I'm the youngest one, so. But the thing is
Hello?
in the meantime,
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm still here. So the clinic we don't lend BP machines. So at the pharmacy, it's either you buy them or you have to go there and use their machine in like in-house. Like the pharmacy has their own that you can use in-house.
Okay, so you're saying that no pharmacy in Prince Rupert will lend for a week or two a blood pressure testing machine with a doctor's note. There are none, you're saying?
Yeah, the doctors from what my colleague was saying that the doctor don't or have a do doctor's note for lending the machine because they're very expensive. There's a liability involved, right? Like so. You can ask the pharmacy if they can lend it to you, or most likely they'll probably say, you just have to use the one that they have in-house.
Okay.
Go back and forth.
And the other thing is, I think my doctor needs you to give me a form to sign to contact Virtual Clinic so they, transfer all of the different interactions I've had with Virtual Clinic doctors over the years to your clinic now. Is that a form you can get ready for me to sign if I pass by there?
Form, like a release form.
I guess.
The virtual clinic for them to release the information, right?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's done automatically when we get a doctor, eh?
We can issue a consent form.
Okay, so when I go out later, you're open until what time today?
We're open till 3.
Okay, I'll go before 3 and you'll have that form ready for me to sign, and then she'll have more information about the last few years. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
bye-bye.
you're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
So you see how it's important for a person, and you can use me as a role model by watching this video to advocate for our own medical health. You can't assume clinics or health authorities or politicians do the research, or even if they do it thoroughly or apply the recommendations properly. And I think sometimes to invest in anything, it has to be a super widespread thing. It can't be like 10% of people would benefit if the government funded through these pharmacies where we just pay a deposit and get it reimbursed if we didn't break the blood pressure machine, whatever it is, right? I mean, being patient-centered is such a different way to wire the brain that I don't even think I can make doctors understand it. And this one here is not the first one for me to attempt to see if they have the psychological schemas to understand what being patient-centered is like. I think maybe in like 5 years, I don't even think doctors will know what the Hippocratic Oath is. I don't think they'll be able to recite what it is. That's kind of the devolving proto-societies of the people primate species I share DNA with, the Homo communion.